Today we're going to enhance your VS Code to ensure that you've got the most efficient workspace available at your fingertips. We'll cover the best settings and the themes that I personally use, plus 16 extensions that are guaranteed to boost your productivity when you're developing. Let's hop into it. When you download VS Code for the first time, you're probably severely underwhelmed by how it looks. Why doesn't it look the same as what I've seen in those flashy YouTube videos that I've been watching? No need to worry, because I'm going to run through some settings with you now to make sure that we get your VS Code looking nice and shiny. Okay, right now I've just got a little bit of code here in a test.typescript file here. So the first thing that I actually like to do when I hop into VS Code is I actually like making the interface a little bit bigger. So I think the text for me is a little bit small, but it is completely up to preference. So I am on a Mac right now. So what I'll do is I'll just click Command plus, and I'll just do that one time, and it'll just bring everything out a little bit more. The icons are a little bit bigger on the side panel there as well. Just makes everything, to me, a little bit easier to navigate. Next, what I do is I go over to the right here and see this scroll bar that we've got here. This is great for when you've got files that don't have too many lines of code, but when you are working with a lot of code, there is a much easier way to navigate your file. So what you do here is you just simply right click on the scroll bar, and you'll see this option come up here that says minimap. What we're going to do is enable that right now, and you'll be able to see here this little map that does appear on the right at the top. Now, if you just click and drag on that file, you can see that we can scroll through our file quite easily as well. I'll show you why this feature is very powerful. So if I just Control-C, Control-V this multiple times, there's going to be a bunch of errors because our code is making 0 sense right now. So we've got like 450 lines at the moment. As you can see over here, not only can we see the entire file, the entire length of this file over here on the right on the mini map, but you can also see all the errors that appear on each of those lines. So 100% recommend that you guys enable the mini map. That should be the first thing that you do. So the next thing that I like to do to customize my VS Code is I like to add a theme to my workspace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the extensions panel here. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to type in Pale Night. Now, Pale Night is the theme that I like to use, but you can choose anything that you want. So what you can do now is you just click install, and you can see immediately that the theme does come into play. So if we go back into our file here, you can see that all the code colors are all different now, and they're just a lot more appealing on the eyes, in my opinion. So that's my favorite theme, but yeah, completely up to you what you guys choose. The next thing that we're going to change in our settings is the cursor blinking option. So by default, the cursor will be set to blink. We're just going to want to go ahead and change that to expand. So as you can see now, when we go over to our file and we just click anywhere, our cursor will do this nice smooth animation of expanding. This is completely personal preference, but I just like the animation of the cursor, so I'm just leaving that as expand. The next thing that you're going to want to enable in your settings is cursor smooth caret animation. So you're going to want to click on the drop down list here and select on. So what this does is it makes our typing animations look a whole lot smoother. Instead of just having the text appear immediately, it kind of does this smooth ease in, ease out animation as you type. The next thing we're going to want to do is type in word wrap on our settings, and we're going to select this drop down here and set it to on. What this is going to do is when our VS Code window changes for any reason, our text is going to wrap nicely to fit inside of the aspect ratio of the window at that point in time. So say you have a long line of code and we have the window fully expanded like this. If we make the window smaller here, you'll see that the text automatically wraps onto the next line. So we're still able to see all of our code on the screen. And that comes in very handy because you're not having to slide across to see the entire line of code all the time. Now, the last thing that we're going to change in our settings of our VS Code is our bracket pair colorization. We're just going to want to type bracket pair in here on the search bar in our settings, and we're just going to want to make sure that it is checked and enabled. So what this is going to do is assign unique colors to matching brackets. So this makes it easier to identify nested structures, especially in complex code with multiple levels of indentation. So each matching pair gets its own distinct color, and this will just help visually distinguish nested code blocks. Now, this feature is enabled by default, but I always like to just go in there and make sure that it is enabled when I do download VS Code for the first time. Now, if you guys want to get the most out of your VS Code, then what you want to do is head back over to the extensions tab here, and this is where we're going to begin to see the true magic of this program. So in this tab, you can search for extensions, install or uninstall them, and view their settings and documentation. It's essentially the marketplace for extending and personalizing your development environment. Now, there are thousands of extensions available for VS Code, but today I'm going to be showing you 16 of the most essential extensions for me and many other developers around the world as well. The first extension that we're going to be covering here is called Peacock. So the Peacock extension for VS Code allows you to change the color of your workspace, making it easy to visually distinguish between multiple open projects. So this is especially useful when you're working with multiple VS Code instances, such as a front end and back end repo, or different environments like production, staging, and development. You can set unique colors for each workspace, automatically assign colors based on workspace names, change colors dynamically when using VS Code Live Share, and it also works alongside your existing VS Code themes, which is very nice as well. So this extension helps prevent accidental edits in the wrong project and improves workflow organization by providing a quick visual reference. GitHub Copilot. So undoubtedly you would have heard of GitHub Copilot by now. If not, you're probably living under a rock, but I highly suggest that you use it. GitHub Copilot is an AI code assistant that enhances developer productivity by providing real-time code suggestions, chat-based assistance, and CLI support. So what you can do here is you can ask coding questions directly inside of your VS Code. The AI itself can iterate on code, detect errors, and auto-fix as well. And you can choose from AI models like OpenAI, Google, or Anthropic as well. The beauty of GitHub Copilot is its auto-validation feature. So what it does is it runs, builds, and tests after implementation as well. You should 100% be incorporating AI into your workflow at some stage. It doesn't have to be GitHub Copilot, but that is just the one that I prefer, and it is a fan favorite as well. Number 3, Live Server. So the Live Server extension for Visual Studio Code creates a local development server with live reload capabilities. So this allows developers to see real-time updates in the browser as they code. It automatically refreshes the browser upon saving HTML, CSS, or JavaScript files, eliminating the need for manual reloads. You can start or stop the server easily from the status bar or by right-clicking on the HTML file and selecting Open with Live Server. By integrating Live Server into your workflow, you can streamline the development process and enhance the productivity through immediate visual feedback. So you're not needing to continuously refresh a file in your browser to see their new state. This makes developing a whole lot easier and saves a lot of tedious activities. So I 100% recommend you guys incorporate that into your VS Code extensions. The Docker extension. The Docker extension in VS Code simplifies the development, management, and deployment of containerized applications directly within your editor. You can easily create, start, stop, inspect, and remove containers. It also offers one-click debugging for Node.js, Python, and .NET apps as well. This extension streamlines workflows for developers working with Docker, making container management a whole lot easier to manage. Prettier, one of my favorite extensions on this list. So Prettier is a popular code formatter that ensures consistent code styling across your project by automatically formatting your code based on predefined rules. You can automatically format code on save or manually with a shortcut, and this will work with JavaScript, TypeScript, CSS, HTML, JSON, and more. You can also configure settings like line width, semicolons, and quote style, and it also works alongside ESLint to maintain both style and code quality too. Git Lens. So Git Lens supercharges the built-in Git capabilities in VS Code, providing deeper insights into your project's history, code changes, and collaboration. It enhances your workflow by offering powerful Git visualizations and navigation features. You can see who last modified a line of code and why with inline blame information. You can view commit history, contributors, and detailed statistics for files and branches, easily view the complete history of a file, including changes, commits, and branches. You can search through commit history, branches, and even untracked files. It is customizable as well, so you can tailor the appearance and behavior of Git Lens to fit your workflow. Import cost. So import cost is an extension that helps you keep track of the size of your dependencies and what you're importing into your project. So it displays the size of each imported package directly in the editor, making it a lot easier to monitor and optimize your app's performance. It shows the size of imported modules and packages next to the import statements. By showing the size of these imports, it helps you avoid unnecessary bloat to your application. And you can also configure settings to ignore certain imports or adjust how the sizes are displayed as well. Code Runner. Now this is a very versatile extension and it allows developers to run code snippets or entire scripts even in multiple programming languages directly within VS Code. It supports a wide variety of languages and it simplifies testing small chunks of code without leaving the editor. You can easily run code with a single click or a keyboard shortcut as well. And what's beautiful about this is you can execute code directly in the editor without having to open a terminal or command prompt. You can configure custom run commands for specific languages or tasks, and you can also view the program output in the integrated terminal or an output panel as well. Remote SSH. So this allows developers to connect to remote machines and work on code as if it was stored locally. By using SSH, this extension enables seamless development on remote systems such as cloud servers or virtual machines directly from your local VS Code environment. You can connect to remote machines using SSH and edit files as if they were on your local machine, and you can work with remote repositories, run commands, and access files without having to leave VS Code at all. You can also use your preferred extensions and tools on the remote machine as well, which is very cool. You can access the remote terminal directly in VS Code to run scripts or commands. It's also compatible with any machine that supports SSH, including Linux servers, cloud VMs, or other remote systems too. Remote SSH is pure magic. It helps developers work efficiently across different environments, enabling development on remote systems without having to disrupt their workflow. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's Quokka or Quokka. Regardless, it is a live scratchpad for JavaScript and TypeScript that allows developers to run code and see results instantly within their editor. So this is a great tool for quickly testing code snippets, debugging, and experimenting with logic in real time. What you can do is you can run TypeScript or JavaScript code and view results directly in the editor. You can see variable values, execution results, and console output immediately as you code. This works with JavaScript, TypeScript, and other ES6 Plus features as well. You can use Quokka for quickly debugging without the need for an external debugger. And you can also view the result of expressions or variables in line next to your code as well, which is pretty cool. Quokka makes it very easy to experiment with code, debug issues, and explore new ideas by providing immediate results and feedback as you work within the VS Code application. Live share. This enables real-time collaboration by allowing developers to share their coding sessions with others. So multiple people can work on the same code base, debug together, and chat all within VS Code. So this is very handy when you're working on projects with multiple other developers, which is 99% of the time what is happening when you are working at a big company. You can share your code and allow others to join your session for collaborative editing, collaborate on debugging, seeing each other's breakpoints and variable states. You can also share terminal access for executing commands together as well. There's also this built-in chat and voice capability feature as well for seamless communications during sessions, which I found really awesome. Polar code. So Polar code is a little bit gimmicky, but it does allow you to generate beautiful Polaroid style images of your code snippets. And you can also customize the background, text, and formatting of your code snapshots. Easily export your code images for presentations, social media, or other documentation too. Polar code, whilst it is a little bit gimmicky, it does add a creative visual touch to your code snippets, making it easier to share and showcase your work in a more presentable way. JavaScript code snippets. Now the JavaScript code snippets extension provides a set of predefined code templates to speed up your JavaScript development. It includes common constructs, functions, and other useful code patterns that can be inserted with shortcuts. It includes snippets for functions, loops, conditionals, and many more. You can easily insert code snippets with simple shortcuts and save time by reducing repetitive code writing and speeding up development. JavaScript code snippets, whilst it is quite simple, it does boost productivity by providing ready-made code patterns for faster development. Material icon theme. The material icon theme changes the appearance of file and folder icons in VS Code to match Google's material design, offering a visually appealing and organized workspace. It brings a clean and modern look with material design inspired icons and automatically assigns unique icons to different file types. It allows you to adjust the icon theme to fit your preferences too, and it enhances the overall visual organization of your workspace, making it a lot easier to identify files and folders quickly. So I highly recommend this one too. VS Code PDF. VS Code PDF allows developers to view and interact with PDF files directly within the VS Code editor. It's especially useful for reading documentation, reference materials, or any PDF related content without having to leave the workspace. You can open and view PDF files within VS Code, and you can navigate through PDFs a lot easier using zoom and scroll features. Whilst it is quite a minimal and simple VS Code extension, it does save time by not having to open up two different windows, so you can have your actual PDF embedded inside of your VS Code window as well. So that's pretty cool. And I use that actually quite a lot. So highly recommend putting that one in too. The last one on the list is Rainbow CSV. So this provides syntax highlighting for CSV and TSV files, making it a lot easier to read and edit data in these formats. It also allows advanced search and manipulation of data within CSVs, and it works both with CSV and TSV files and supports custom delimiters too. So if you haven't already, I recommend including this one in your list as well, especially if you're working a lot with big data files. It makes it a lot easier to view this data inside of your VS Code panel without having to use any external software as well for easier readability. Okay, so that does bring us to the end of the list today, guys. I hope you did find some value in this video. I hope those settings and extensions will make your workflow a lot easier and a lot more efficient in the future. If you did find some value in the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe just pop a comment about which extensions I didn't include today. So if you do have some that you think should have been on the list, feel free to add them below, and I might add them in the next video too. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.